Hey everybody! Hope you're doing good out there in the internet. Oops! Load everything up. How in the world does this move every day? I know how it moves every day. I got a silly dog that comes in here and lays on it because he's silly. There we go. Fixed it. Every day I'm fixing rips in the universe through time and space. You guys owe me. So, hope y'all's doing good. We got quite a few people here in the chat. We got Making Me Cheese, Model 316. We got Ezra, Tonic Mole, Ashen Jackal, Hero Ship Paradox, Eric Hawkins. We got Snoop Dogg. So, I hope y'all's doing good. It is snowing outside here today. Like, I didn't think it was supposed to snow. I was at work this morning filling out paperwork. One of my clients went and looked outside and said, "It's snowing, Mr. Doug." So I went and looked. I was like, yep. Well, we got pretty decent little snow. Axel was thrilled. He's bouncing around everywhere. He's pretty happy about it. We got Matt Krotz in the chat. What's up? We was talking about guns yesterday, hoping for gun talk. I still got my gun laying here. This gun and the cowboy gun. This one's heavy though. So yeah. I got something in the mail yesterday from my buddy Zach Hawkins. And I'm going to use it to do a support the troops video here in the next day or two when it's not so snowy and cold outside. It's going to have a cool video. We're going to use an AR-15 and you guys are going to like it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Tonic Mole says, "I'm kind of here. I'll be back and forth." Well, you'll be here with us in spirit, and that's all that matters. So, we're going to do our regular old thing and we're going to get into looking at some our books here that we've been keeping up with. Napalm Brothers. We are at 1212. Let me refresh this real quick. 242%, 1212.85 backers. Once we hit that $1,500 mark, you'll get the 15-page ash can with it. Some guy was on Twitter today making remarks about how Legends of the Lone Wolf is late. That's true. Legends of the Lone Wolf is a little late. It's getting ready to ship out. But this isn't Legends of the Lone Wolf. This isn't my book. This is Six Scale Combat's book. This book is already done. This book is ready to ship. Legends of the Lone Wolf, I have a whole bunch of different people working on it, and they're all regular people. Any of these regular guys that are doing books, if it's late, that's fine. Hero is late. Muttman, Macho Dan, they keep everybody updated. Muttman posts, he posts stuff constantly. You can see almost every page of the book. It's really cool. Sportman is late. Sportman, constantly posting updates. These guys are real indie guys. I'm not going to get mad if they're late. I understand they're late. If you sit on YouTube for do 6-hour cry streams where you blame everything on somebody else instead of working on your book, that's where I'm going to get upset. That's 6 hours you could have been working on your book. That's 8 hours you could have been working on your book. Instead of talking about how somebody else is better than you and crying about it. So, anyways, Napalm Brothers, 1212, 242%. Let's get it up to that $1,500. And don't forget, if you get to support the troops, our good buddy, the Comic Book Hut, is going to do you a full-page drawing, and he will match the amount of comic books we send. Now, this $75 here, it's $75. That covers us shipping 10 copies of Napalm Brothers to Operation Gratitude, along with the 10 comics that Comic Book Hut is sending me to send in. So that's covering those books and the shipping. And you're also getting Napalm Brothers issue 1, a sticker, and probably a poster or something. We're going to throw some extra stuff in there. But that's covering it shipping to you in a Gemini mailer, and then us shipping a box full of these comics to them. That's one reason it costs that much. And, you know, we're not making any money off that. That is just, you know, we wanted to give back a little bit. And so that, you know, that's doing good. So we've got Legends Lone Wolf. We're at $7,032, 165 backers. Putting together the book. We're working on it right now. I've got a couple people helping me with that. This will be ready soon, very soon. I appreciate everybody being patient. I appreciate you guys being cool. You know, I've done a monthly update trying to keep everybody updated on, hey, it's coming. So I appreciate you guys. And with this also, if you decide to do the Support the Troops tier, Comic Book Cuts is going to match the amount of books that we send, and he's also going to do a drawing for you. And I've seen the one he did for the backer that picked that, and it's awesome. So really happy about that. We've got Saving the World by Tonic Mole, who's in the chat. And it's at $550. That's 100%, 110% funded. Got 22 days left. Let's make this happen. He's also got a stretch goal to where it'll come with an ash can. So, you know, go make this happen. This book right here, it's a good deal. It's cheap. It's 32 pages. The digital and physical, $15. It's a good, you know, it's a good price. It's got very interesting. He's got a very interesting style. It's different, and that's one thing I like. I like different looking books. You can tell. I like Six's book. It looks different than everything else. I like Tonic Mole stuff. It's distinctive. This is what I like indies for. This is why I like indie comics. So let's make this happen as well. Then we've got Common America. Let's see. Let's refresh this one real quick. It's at $13,064. 581 backers. They made $11,000 more than their goal was. So, oh yeah, I'll do that in just a second there, Sizzle. I meant to do that. Tonic Mole, can you drop the link to that that YouTube promo? Or are you too busy? If you can't, I'll look it up. But this right here is great. I think they still got a couple of those little acrylic stand-ups there. They've got a limited number of books. They're already going to be shipping this stuff out here in a few days, I think. They went ahead and got it printed. So you don't want to miss out on this. This is awesome. It's doing great. It's going to be a great book. Tim and Mark are great guys. Then I don't have it pulled up because my computer doesn't want to show a billion windows. But our very own Eric Hawkins. We'll just pull it up right now. I won't have to switch. Well, it doesn't want to search for it. I'm terrible at the typing. So we've got the Zombieful World of Oz. Well, this is his first one. So we'll go check this out. I'll drop a link. He's got a new one that's going to be launching soon. So definitely want to support him on that. This is a killer looking book. Really good idea. Let me pull up that video there. Oh, you got the video on here. Here we go. Alright, this is the right one. Make it full size. Stop audio. Go away.
Hello, I'm Kira, fast food worker by day, superhero at night, and this is Saving the World.
That's a cool video. I like that, and I like that his character actually has a voice. That is pretty cool. So yeah, go check that out. That's a good book. I backed it. I'm looking forward to getting it. I believe it's going to be a fun time. Michael in the chat says third day off school this week for my kids because of the snow here. Yeah, today's like the first little bit we got, and they canceled school, which we don't get a lot. So that when we get some, they usually cancel school anyways. We got Mallet in the chat. What's up, Mallet? We got Tony Sizzle in the chat. Matt C's talking to Snoop Dogg. Tonic Mole says Napalm's the best deal in comics. Let's see. Hiroshi Paradox says I backed Common America because the art looks amazing. It really does. Tim did a really, really good job on that. Ezra says, Tonic Mole, does your physical book contain the shipping? If not, how much is the shipping? I think that it does, but I can't remember. I backed it, but I can't remember. Yeah, Tonic Mole's art is very interesting. I really like the way it looks. Is really cool. Dave's here. What's up, Dave? Dave! Tony Sizzle says, how would Lone Wolf's voice sound? You know, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I've had people tell me he looks like John Redcorn from King of the Hill. So maybe that's what he sounds like. Maybe he sounds like John Redcorn. I don't know. But I could see him having like a deep voice. He wouldn't be a real talkative character, just kind of keeps to himself. And all that stuff. I know he sure as heck wouldn't sound like Bill Cosby. With the kids and the pudding pop, Rudy, Theo. Oh, you see. So, yeah, he definitely wouldn't sound like Cosby. And Cosby's here. You know what day it is. You see, Theo. It's Theo Thursday. So let's check in on old Theo and see what's going on.
To do something new. Where?
Dad.
Hey! All right.
Dad, I thought about what you said, and I see your point.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I have a point, too.
Make your point.
You're a doctor and Mom's a lawyer, and you're both successful in everything, and that's great. But maybe I was born to be a regular person and have a regular life. If you weren't a doctor, I wouldn't love you less because you're my dad. And so, instead of acting disappointed because I'm not like you, maybe you can just accept who I am and love me anyway because I'm your son.
Theo, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. There's no wonder you get D's and everything. Now, you are afraid to try because you're afraid that your brain is going to explode and it's going to ooze out of your ears. Now, I'm telling you, you are going to try as hard as you can. And you're going to do it because I said so. I am your father. I brought you in this world, and I'll take you out.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm back. So what did you think about that? That was a pretty good Cosby there. He's like, Theo. Yeah, that's funny. Theo, that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I'm going to eat some Jell-O, 'cause I'm Bill Cosby. Rudy, you see, Theo. That's old Bill for you. Matt C says, them's deep cuts, Theo. Snoop Dogg says, beautiful Cosby sweater. Snoop Dogg is a proponent for the free Cosby. If you haven't heard, he thinks Bill Cosby should be free. I love Bill Cosby personally. I think he was hilarious. I don't know what to think about all the things. I know he's in jail and they said he's guilty. I don't know how to feel about that personally, but I love Bill Cosby. That's one reason I do this, because I love Bill Cosby. And Tonic Mole says that is the greatest Cosby moment ever. Dave says classic. Eric says, and I'll make another that looks just like you. That's right. And I'll make another that looks just like you. You see, Theo. The kids. Snoop Dogg says Theo went on the front kill switch engaged for a while. Model 316 Cliff should have choked him out with that flannel shirt. Hiroshi Paradox says brains are going to ooze out his ears like Jell-O pudding. That's right. Like the Jell-O. Tonic Mo says, have I ever told you guys I saw Cosby stand up live? That's awesome. Right before he got in trouble and all this stuff happened, he had a Comedy Central special, and it was really funny, and I really liked it. So, it's kind of sad to see all that stuff disappear. Snoop Dogg says picture page was my jam. We talked about that one day. That was I never saw the original, like on Captain Kangaroo. Never really watched Captain Kangaroo. It was a little before my time. But I remember when Nick Jr. used to play the picture page segments all the time. I really like those. And one of my favorite things of all time is Fat Albert. Fat Albert is amazing. Leonard Part 6 says Tony Sizzle. Tony. There's no Theo in Leonard Part 6. But we're going to look at it. If you've never seen Leonard Part 6, you should be thankful. Let me see if I can find one of the stupidest parts of it. Oh, here we go. This is 22 seconds long. Tonic Mole says Norm Macdonald opened for Cosby. That is amazing. Dave says people forget Bill was in a TV show called I Spy. That's right. And the remake had Eddie Murphy and Owen Wilson in it. Eric Hawkins says I got to see him live once in the early 90s. It was really cool. That is cool. I really loved... Now, what I loved when he talked about Fat Albert was when he was actually telling the stories. It wasn't the cartoons. But Bill had some really funny stand-up back in the day. And he would tell Fat Albert stories, and I absolutely loved it. So, we're going to watch this part from Leonard Part 6. Right here.
I'm not afraid of a little meat.
Let me make sure I got the sound on. You guys got to hear this mess. There we go.
I'm not afraid of a little meat.
Yep. Leonard Part 6. It's pretty awful. It's pretty awful. Poor. Bill. 'Cause, 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 'cause Bill Cosby now. Now, everybody here probably remembers Fat Albert, not the remake movie. Any of y'all ever watched the cartoon? I love the cartoon so much. Fat Albert. We'll just watch the opening. Now this is a movie. We don't want to see that crap. I want to see the original show opening. There we go. Filmation.
Hey, hey, hey! It's Fat Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you. And Bill's gonna show you a thing or two. You'll have some fun now with me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Na, 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 gonna have a good time. Hey, hey, hey.
This is Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun. And if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. Hey, hey, hey.
I'm gonna cut that off pretty quick.
Hey, it's Corbin.
Mad TV. So, am I having audio problems there? Ashton Jekyll says audio. Boop. Yo, Shabby was in here yesterday when I unplugged everything and plugged it back in. He snapped a picture of my face. It kind of made me mad. Ashton Jekyll says your voice is a robot, but not. That's so weird. I don't understand this thing. I hate computers. Computers are dumb. But yeah, I loved Bill Cosby. I loved all those old Filmation shows. Especially, you know, Fat Albert. Fat Albert was great, and it always had a lesson. Now, I got something in the mail today. And I thought it would come in a bigger box than this. So I hope this is what I thought it was and not something, you know, some other thing. So I was going to cut it open with my knife, but apparently I didn't need to. If this is the coronavirus, I'm going to be really mad. Aha! Got some little screwdrivers. I got this the other day. And this is a charger. This is screwdrivers. And this here. Oh! If I can get the stupid thing open and show you guys, it's awesome. Cause I have one of these and it got eat up. It was already kind of crappy because I found it. Yeah. Tonic Mole says it's butt ointment. Should have checked first. No. Oh no. But open. Hopefully I can use my old hinges. Axel got a hold of it, but like I said, it was already kind of rough because my dad found it at the dump, and he was like, "Hey, does this work?" But it's a Game Boy Advance case. I got the light blue case. I'm gonna try to reuse my old hinges, and I got. You can see I got the clear blue one. You can see through. Green screen kind of messed up there. And I ordered the glass front instead of the plastic. So, I don't know if any of you guys is into these old games or not, but I had Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And I was really wanting to play it, and then Axel chewed up my old crappy Game Boy, and I was like, I'll just buy a new case. So that's going to be my project for today, is putting the Game Boy in a new case. And they make new screens for these. You can... I just dropped a tiny little piece. Why is there little pieces falling out? Is this piece important? I don't understand. But anyways, you know, I love retro games. I love stuff like that, and I've got some really cool stuff. What's everybody talking about besides butt cream in there? You guys can tell I got too many hobbies. I play music. I got all of these guitars. I like guns. I like Nintendos. I got a Sega Genesis sitting right here with a EverDrive in it. I can play any Sega game I want. I got a Nintendo 2DS here. I was going to mod it and put Retro Arch on it and play stuff, but I never got around to that. I got a PSP laying here that I modded. So, Tonic Mole says I want to get a Dreamcast again. Mine died. You can actually get a part for the Dreamcast now. If it was a CD drive that died, you can take the CD drive out and put a new drive in that takes an SD card. So you can load all the games on an SD card and just put it in there and play them off of that. Model 316 says I found a chemistry set at the dump when I was a kid. Things happened. That's what happens. I'm wanting to get Model to do some custom work for me, but I'm poor. Nobody wants to give me lots of money because I'm not a cult leader, I guess. If any of you guys want to start a cult, I'm totally down. As long as I'm the leader and you send me super chats. I'm drinking red water today. It's good. Oh.
The kids feel Rudy. You see.
Yeah. So, I think I'm about done for today. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. Just figured we'd show some comic books and talk about Theo and Rudy. Oh, it's snowing. I want to take Axel out. He's sleeping again. He's a sleepy boy. Ezra says I need to get a cord for my Sega Genesis. You can find them. There's a bunch of aftermarket stuff out there. I actually need some new controllers. I wore mine out. This regular one kind of works. But oops, sorry about hitting that microphone there. I've got a turbo controller, one of the smaller ones, and I've absolutely wore it out. Eric Hawkins says, we don't have to be your cult wives, do we? No. Tonic Mole says, look like Charlie Manson. Will that help? Maybe. Dave says, hashtag cult of Cosby. Yeah, it'd be my luck. Everybody will start a cult and just send me pudding pops in the mail. Jello pudding pops. Kids. Oh, man. Can't wait to be off work. I got to go to work tonight, and I'll be off tomorrow. My brother works at a game exchange, Tonic Mole. It's one of my favorite places to go. They actually have comic books now. And they have anime stuff. See, that's another thing I like. I like anime stuff. Trigun. Badlands Rumble movie. So, my brother bought me Cowboy Bebop for Christmas. I see I like too much random stuff. I'm a weirdo. Matt C says, how was work yesterday? It wasn't bad. Just slow. Just tired of being there. I need a vacation. Had 24 hours overtime last week, and I'm weighing up with 8 this week. Ezra Caleb West says I might end up getting that Sega Genesis thing with games preloaded in it. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's a way to go. You could do that. Sonic Mole says I've been collecting Wii and Wii U games. Not sure why. Wii U had some really good games. I have one. I left it at my parents' house. Hiroshi Paradox says there was a cult in my area in the 90s that cracks me up because they moved to a city called Garland only because it sounded like Godland, except there's another city nearby called Godly. Cults are weird. I listen to the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast every once in a while, and I was a couple weeks behind, so I was listening to one of those, and they got to talking about cults, all these crazy cults, and it was just weird. It's stupid what people get into. It's like, do you not have any sense? Did nobody teach you any better? We got Humphrey Bogart in here. What's up, Humphrey Bogart? You're in some classic movies, like The African Queen. It's a pretty good one. Maltese Falcon. My favorite Humphrey Bogart thing is not actually Humphrey Bogart. It's Jim Varney doing his impersonation in Ernest Goes to Jail. It's like, play it again, Sam. The noise will cover up the shot. That sounded more like Sean Connery than Humphrey Bogart. Tonic Mole says the multi-consoles are awesome. I have one that plays the NES, SNES, Genesis, and other stuff. Hiroshi Paradox, they also said God was going to take over some UHF TV channel and do infomercials about the UFOs. They'll take people to heaven. Yeah, that's right. Dave says, sweetheart. Sweetheart. One thing I don't like about those multi-systems, Tonic Mole, is that you can't use EverDrives. And I'll show you what I'm talking about with EverDrive. This is a Chinese knockoff because I didn't want to pay $100. It's just a regular looking cart, but you can put an SD card in it. And I put every ROM, every Sega game on here. You can put homebrew games, and you can put modded games, and everything. You stick it in here, you turn it on, and you can play any game you want to. You can also patch, do English patches to games that weren't translated to English, or if you want to load up Game Genie, you can load up cheats on it. Because I played Earthworm Jim, made it farther than I ever have because I had to cheat because that game's too stinking hard. But I paid like $20 for this. So go out and find yourself a real... Some of the multi-systems won't play these. So it's almost worth it to look on Facebook Marketplace and find somebody with a Sega for $20 and get that. Yeah, Tonic Mall watch tons of retro game channels, and that's the thing. That's one reason I want to fix my Game Boy. Humphrey Bogart says, need your help. I can't see other chats. What do I do? Like, you can't see the other people in the chat? Make sure that your chat at the top is on live chat. Then also, some people may have you blocked. I mean, if you're some kind of weirdo, you're probably blocked. I don't have you blocked. I can see your stuff. And I usually block weirdos. But if you're a former weirdo and you don't want to be a weirdo anymore, then you can come and hang out with us. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Theo Thursday. There you go. Tonic Mole says I have to use the app on my phone to see chats. Ezra says I want to get a replacement for my PS1 and PS2. I think you can get a PS3 that's backwards compatible all the way to PS1. Or I know a PS2 is backwards compatible. I never had a PS2. I've got a PS1. Um, I still play it. But I did get a PlayStation Classic. You guys were talking about those little mini systems. A PlayStation Classic, you can actually mod and put RetroArch on it and put Sega, Super Nintendo games and all that stuff and a bunch of extra PlayStation games. I did that with one. That's why I have this right here. You guys see me. I've been playing games on here, but mostly like TurboGrafx 16 and stuff like that. I love stuff like that. I love retro games. I love guns, guitars, and games, anime, cartoons. I'm just a huge nerd. Eric Hawkins said I stood in line all night to get a PS2. That was around the time I was in high school, and I started playing guitar and stuff, and there was years I didn't play any systems. I played PlayStation 1, and then my brother had like a Nintendo 64. I played his some. He had a GameCube. I played his some. Then he got the Xbox, and I bought him Morrowind, and he was like, "Oh, you got to see this game," and that got me back into playing games. Tonic Mole says I have the backwards compatible PS3. It was the first gen. They were 20 and 60 gigabytes, I think. Yeah, that would be pretty cool if you get the backwards compatible PS3, and then you don't really need the other two systems. Which I have the tiny little PS1. I bought it for $20. Original PlayStation finally gave up the ghost and died. But I have a handful of games that I really like Tenchu, and I've got the Tony Hawk games. And the Tony Hawk games are fun for about 5 minutes, and then I'm like, I'm done. But there was some good stuff on there. I don't really care for a lot of the 3D games. I like Tenchu, but man, polygons didn't age good to me. Not at all. Not at all. Really excited. Like, that's one thing I liked about the Switch. The Switch is kind of like modern retro. It's got you can play modern games on it, but there's a lot of new indie stuff or developers just developing 2D games. And I really like that. Matt C says, yeah, Morrowind will get you back in the game. It totally, it sucked me in. Started playing Morrowind, and then I remember when Oblivion came out, we bought Oblivion the day it came out on PC because it came out before it did on any of the consoles. And we played the crap out of it on there. And then I bought it on Xbox 360. I've got 2 or 3 copies of Skyrim. Michael says Tenchu needs a remake. I totally agree. Not like I don't need a new game. They just need to remake the first one, or make the first one except make it free roam. Like Grand Theft Auto. That would be amazing. Ezra says I miss Beyond Oasis, Road Rash, Tenchu, The Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 1 and 2, and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. That's some good stuff. Eric Hawkins said I loved Abe's Odyssey. Tonic Mole said I was obsessed with Tony Hawk. It was my jam till American Wasteland. Yeah, I loved it, man. And that was the time. That was the point in time I was really into the punk rock too. Like Bad Religion and stuff like that. They were on the soundtracks, and I absolutely loved it. On the first one, anyway. Then what was it? Rage Against the Machine was on the second or third one. And it was edited. Lights out! Guerrilla Radio! Turn that up! I remember that. Tonic says me and my wife love Tenchu Z for the Xbox 360. I don't think I played that. I heard that Make a McCheese, but I never did check that out either. There's a whole bunch of good games I've not got into. I started Witcher 3 and played a little bit. And it's amazing, but I just never really got back into it. I've got a whole stack of Xbox One games I haven't played. All good stuff. I know they're all good. I've seen people play them, and my brother played them. I watched him play some of them. I've just never started them. It's not a big thing. I mean, I like to play video games, but it's not a big thing. I did turn on my Xbox today, and it's updating some games. Somebody said that they put a Deadpool on Fortnite, so I wanted to see that. Fortnite's free, and for a lot of kids play it. I play it with my nephews on occasion. It's alright. I'm not good at stuff like that. Tar6 says, I can't stop playing World of Tanks. That's cool. Man, I kind of want to get another N64 and go back and play GoldenEye. Of course, the last time I tried to play it, it was so slow. It felt so slow. But I still would like to play it again. I actually want to, I have one of those Pi Zeros. It's the littlest Raspberry Pi. I actually want to get a big one and build an arcade game system out of it and just play arcade stuff. Because I like to have Ninja Turtles and X-Men and Simpsons and all that fun stuff that never got a good port over to any of the home systems. I'd like to play that stuff. Ezra says, I love my classic Xbox. I can play my own musical playlist and Tony Hawk. Yeah, man, that was one cool thing about Xbox. Eric Hawkins says, I suck at Fortnite, but I'm killing it. Call of Duty Mobile. I'm not good at Fortnite either. I'm not good at building or anything, but I have fun playing. Tony Mole says they have GoldenEye on the way. I think I've got the GoldenEye remake on the Wii U. It's not the same for me. But I don't know about any other one. Matt C says, well, I remember GoldenEye feeling so fast back in the day. Yeah. It did. It seemed so fast and so high paced and everything. It's not at all. It's really slow and kind of stinks. You guys got me wanting to play some retro games. I can't remember how things work. You guys, I mean, I'm getting like old and crazy and can't remember how to do things. And it's insane. I've got somewhere bookmarked where you can, I thought I had it bookmarked. Yeah, here we go. Tell me something. I don't care. I want to go there. You turd. I'm mad. It's R6 said my boy did that last time we talked. He had over 61 games on his Pi. That's awesome. I've kind of been wanting to take and buy like an arcade 1-up cabinet. I've been seeing where people have been modding those and putting the Pi 4s and the 3s in there, and so that way you can put a lot of games. Kind of wanting to check that out. Eric Hawkins says Pitfall's where it's at. Tonic Mole says we play 4-player versus with 1-hit kills. PP7s only. That's awesome. Matt C says, seriously, buddy, you should do a retro gaming stream. We tune in, make a Twitch channel. I want to see how bad GoldenEye is. Yeah, I need to get like a good capture card so I can do that. I mostly would like to play NES stuff anyways. I think you can emulate that. I might need to try that as well. I can't find, I had a page bookmarked where I could go and download a bunch of crap, and now it's gone. It makes me mad. because I was going to go download a cool game and play it, because I don't really have anything cool on here. Just got a couple of like Ninja Golf and crap like that. And we all know how terrible Ninja Golf is. I showed you guys that a while back. Yeah, I've heard that the Elgato stuff is cheap and good, but I'm so cheap, man. I'm so cheap. I'm really wanting to try to get one used, cause like I said, I'm super cheap. I found a bunch of ROMs. Looks like I really want to play. Comic most like to write a Final Fight inspired comic drawn by 6 scale. That would be pretty cool. It would be really cool, actually. What's a really cool game? You want to remember browser PopCap games? No, but I do remember playing lots of random stuff back in the day. Lots of Flash games. Alright, here we go. I'll download this one because it's fun. I got some more comic books I want to do, but I can't get nobody to work on them for free. I mean, I've talked to people that want to do, that are cool with doing like ash cans and stuff, but as far as doing like, I don't think that's what I wanted to download there. But as far as people wanting to do like a full-length book, I can't spend money. I don't have the money to make that happen. Everybody's like Aliens 3, SNES, Lost Vikings, Lemons, Russian Attack. Casual Crashers is fun. Really going to date myself here, but I wish someone would redo Battle for Solaris. What is that for? It kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what it's for. Tonic Mole says we're all a bit dated. That's true. That's true. We're all old here. Especially me. Which I don't think I'm as old as some of you guys. Which is okay. It's not a contest. There we go. I'm back. Very, very old MMO. Yeah, it's but before my time, I guess. What's bad is I have like all these games on my other computer. I just need to go and copy them off, but I'm such a bum. And like all these, I don't know, it just makes me mad. It just makes me mad. Eric Hawkins says 48. I got you all beat. Tar6 says I'm over 50. Needle Movers in the chat. What's up, Needle Movers? Matt C says I hope Doug plays a game or two on stream today because I'm at work and I wish I was playing games. Needle Mover says Theo. Dave says Rudy. I'm about to poop and pee in my pants, you see. Well, I do have something I can play here. Don't know if it's any counts. You plug in my trusty controllers. There we go. Now, I don't know if you guys like RPGs. But, this right here is one of my favorites. Eerie Sagas. There we go. Jello Pops. This right here is one of my favorite Nintendo games. I'm just made it possible. Favorite Super Nintendo games. I know you get it on PlayStation as well. Wait, because I'm a bum. Let's see. Let's name this guy. Let's name him Doug. Yeah. Ezra says, I do, but the tabletop RPG is the best. Turn that down just a smidgen. I've never really been into tabletop RPGs. Or Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that. Doug, good morning, Doug. Come on, sleepyhead, get up. Ah, Wayne's Bell makes such beautiful music. You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? I want you to behave yourself today. Needle Mover says, off work today, going to do some work on Legends here soon. About time you done something, you bum. Ezra says, you're missing out, Doug. I doubt it. You have to do those things with people. I don't like people. I say that, and I got people. I'm talking to people here. This is what I like. Fake robot people on my Nintendo box. Let's see. We want to name this woman, everybody. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. About to hear me start screaming. I'm gonna mute this while I cry out in pain. Yeah, so I just got a real bad cramp in my leg. It's killing me. Eric Hawkins says Darla. That's gonna be her name. D-A. Oops, gotta go back. I don't want all capital. That looks stupid. There we go. Needle Mover says just hard to find other folks to play with. Well, if you wouldn't be so mean, other folks might want to play with you. Ezra says just play online with a few of the guys in the chat, see you fix it for you. Yeah, but that means I'd have to have time to do things. See, I have time during the middle of the day. Most of everybody in the chat's at work. And I played this game so much. I don't care if you can barely hear me or not. Skinny, poop head. I ain't here for your amusement. I'm playing a game. And actually, just be honest with you, I might take the dog out. Probably ought to get off here anyways. I've been streaming for about an hour. So tomorrow, though, I want to have a bunch of people on. So if you want to come on tomorrow, we'll drop the link in the chat and get everybody on here. Rumble Terry is in the chat and he says, Chrono Trigger! That's right, this is one of my favorite games. I just turned it on. I'm going to start playing games on occasion. But, besides pinball that I play every once in a while. I'm going to have to go and take the dog out and go have fun and stuff, but, shut up, Skinny. Nobody asked you. I'll turn the game off. I'll start playing that here over the next couple days. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and take the dog out. Rumble says F them, play more Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I will later. Me and Axel are gonna go out and take a walk. Been streaming for over an hour. That's too long. Too long. So, I hope you guys had a good Theo Thursday.
You see, Theo, with the kids and the pudding pops, you see. Theo, Rudy.
I'm gonna go. Y'all have a good day. Stay warm out there. If it ain't snowing there, then that's good. Because it's snowing here. I don't like it. I'll talk at you later. Bye. I said bye.